I tried again, but it was still the BT answer 1571 lady, and she couldn't help me. I couldn't wait any longer, so I phoned Nigel's mobile and I got straight through. Nigel, there's something I want to ask you. Right? As you know, I've been with Mel for just over 6 years. Okay. He certainly wasn't making this easy for me. Well, I'd like to ask your permission to marry her. The phone went silent for a few seconds. Was Nigel's clarity about to kick in? Finally, he responded. Well, I'd have preferred a doctor or a surgeon, but I suppose you will do. And before I could even say, don't tell Angie, she was on the phone quelling and wishing me Angela, like mother, like daughter, you have taught Mel all that she knows, which unfortunately includes driving. Now I know that you like skiing, and don't get me wrong, I do too, because it's slightly less enjoyable when you are performing a high-speed slalom in your car down Berry New Road. Putting that to one side, however, I could not have asked for a better set of in-laws. Weekends to Manchester and trips to Casa del Dons in Spain are something that I look forward to greatly, and you have both treated me like a son since I first met you. I am so excited to finally be joining the very special family that is the Dons, and I want to thank you both for everything that you have done for us. Your perfect planning has helped not just make the wedding of our dreams, but a wedding that we couldn't ever have dreamed of. I want to thank you for giving me the most precious diamond of them all in Mel, and I can assure you that I will always be there to look after her. Right, now it's time to talk about the star of tonight's show, Melissa Bloom. Let me start by saying that when I walked into the Bedekin room today, it was one of the most emotional moments of my life. Words cannot do justice to just how unbelievable you look tonight. Back in 2006, when I first met Mel in Birmingham, I instantly took a liking to her. She was clearly very attractive, and I kind of had a thing for the Mancunian accent. However, despite several text messages, MSN conversations, and regularly buying her single vodka lemonades, none of my advances were working. She clearly wasn't interested. However, following my win on Deal or No Deal, things suddenly changed. I returned to university with a new car, and now able to buy Mel double vodkas rather than singles. Despite a flood of offer from all of my A-list celebrity friends, it was only Mel who I had eyes for, and we finally shared our first kiss in the ski lodge at the Oceana nightclub. From there, we started spending more and more time with each other. During holiday time, we would spend hours on the phone. I started making trips to Manchester, she came down to London, and fast forward nearly 7 years, and here we are today, married. The last year in particular has flown by, and it seems like only yesterday that I was proposing to you outside Les Miserables in the West End. Let me just say that you couldn't have picked a less romantic musical as your favourite. Who else gets engaged to a musical which when translated means the miserable ones? But it was your favourite, and I knew that you would love it. However, the story of getting you to Les Mis was itself worthy of its very own musical. Having convinced Mel that we were just going for dinner at Hannah Klepper's, the plan was simple. 7 p.m, pick Mel up in a taxi from work. 7:15, arrive at Les Mis. 7:17, celebrate engagement. Well, it wasn't quite that easy. 10:15 a.m. 3 missed calls from Mel, and scared to answer in case I gave something away, I finally picked up on the 4th attempt. 10:16 a.m. I enter a blind state of panic as Mel has just informed me that she was cancelling our dinner plans and had booked a doctor's appointment for 7 p.m. 10:17 a.m. Not knowing what to do, I phoned Mel, started shouting at her for being a hypochondriac, and thanked her for ruining our dinner plans. 10:18 a.m. Mel starts crying and hangs up on me. 10:28 a.m, nothing. 10:38 a.m, still nothing. And now I'm seriously platzen. 10:45 a.m, email received from Mel. I've cancelled the doctors. 10:46 a.m, big sigh of relief, proposal is back on track. 3:59 p.m, no further emails or calls from Mel, and I begin to relax, safe in the knowledge that I've got 3 hours to get myself sorted. 4 p.m. Phone call from Mel telling me that she's booked a taxi for 5 p.m. and was going home because she didn't feel well. 4:01 p.m. Panic. I had 1 hour to travel across London from Canary Wharf to Blackfriars to pick up my case, to get to Mayfair, to check into the hotel, to find the taxi and to get to Hoping to pick Mel up in the taxi. 4:35 p.m. Check in at the hotel, down a bottle of beer, down a single whiskey, call Nigel to tell him what his daughter is putting me through. 4:36 p.m. Receive a call from Nigel checking that I'm still going through with it. 4:55 p.m. Schwitzing like no other, pull up outside Mel's office. 5:05 p.m. Mel says yes. 5:06 p.m. I pass out, and the rest, as they say, is So, what is it about Mel that made me go through such an ordeal? Or no deal? Mel, you have that special Manchester warmth. You are extremely caring, and despite me not always admitting it, you do always know what the right thing to do is. You have also proved that a person can be both beautiful and clever. And the Mishcon Players, you have emerged as one of the litigation team's brightest talents. You're ambitious, you're driven, you're strong, you make me laugh, and most of all, you like to have fun. Except that is when being bridezilla, browsing Pinterest, or stalking wedding photos on Facebook. For me, you are quite literally the perfect girl. But on top of all of these characteristics, you have something else. Another quality that I couldn't get down in words. I've been looking for something to complete my description of you, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. And then I suddenly realised. Now I know I have been banned from being too cheesy, and I think I've done pretty well so far. But it's my wedding day, and you can't have an argument with me in front of 270 people. Well, you actually probably could. But it's the truth, so I'm going to say it anyway. You have a quality that you cannot describe, but it is something that makes you so very, very special. It is a quality known quite simply as the X Factor. Over the last 7 years, we've been through a hell of a lot together. From uni to law school, qualification, all of our holidays, getting engaged, buying a flat, and now getting married. I'm so excited for our future, and I cannot wait to finally move into our own place. I honestly cannot imagine my life without you, and I love you too much. Not only are we now officially husband and wife, but I'm so happy knowing that I've got my best friend for life. Ladies and gentlemen, please could you be outstanding and charge your glasses. The toast is to the girl with the X Factor, my wife, Mrs. Melissa Bloom.